it's that time again. Time to cook us up something. Today we're going to cook up some shrimp and feta stuffed Creole tomatoes. Yes, mama, yes. Alright, things you will need for this recipe. You will need some feta cheese and onions, some garlic, 4 Creole tomatoes, some green onions, some rice, salt, oregano, pepper, some wine, some Gulf shrimp, which need to be peeled and deveined. The wine, however, is not for the recipe. Is it too early to be drinking? No, I don't think so. Because I'm cooking. And cooking and wine go hand in hand. Lovers. Lovers! The first thing you need to do is start cooking your rice per package directions. I am not going to go over the rice thing with you people again. If you don't know how to cook rice by now, you should probably just stick with going to McDonald's. Next we will do a little mise en place, which just means doing the shit that you don't want to have to do later. Like cutting up onions and shit. No! He's going for the knife! So long, Herb! Oh no! Also, do not try to chop green onions with a knife. That's ridiculous. Use your scissors. It's much quicker, much easier, less hassle, less fuss. Alright, next we're going to peel and devein these damn shrimp. I wish there was a secret, but there's just not. It's annoying, and it's time consuming, and I hate doing it, but it has to be done. Went to this fishing camp once, and we were all out there deshelling and deveining some shrimp, and one guy dared another guy to eat a handful of shrimp vein. And he did, and I immediately threw up because I had been drinking Southern Comfort all morning long into the evening. And now I kind of feel like I want to throw up a little bit now. Just slice off their heads and then get ready to gut their insides. There's really just no easy way to do it. You're just going to get a spoon, and you're just going to make a circumference around it and try to dig out a lot of this stuff. And then at the end, you can grab that core and twist and just pull it out. Just make sure not to pop it off the bottom, because you're going to need, all of that to hold the goodness. So there you go, hollowed out. Make sure you still, have enough wall that will hold, but, still scoop out a lot of that mess, but keep the insides. Your insides are good, hearty, whole, and you need them for the rest of the recipe. Now this thing, that has a lot of tomato on there. You can just eat it right now, because you're not really going to need that. And there you go. All your hollowed out tomatoes. I'm sorry, tomatoes. Also make sure to save their little hats, because we're going to use those at the end. Alright, moving on. By the way, as you know, I do not really measure things, but this recipe does call for a pound of shrimp cut up. I'm sure you could use vegetable oil or olive oil, or not me. I like to use butter, because butter just tastes better with everything. Don't judge me. And we're going to throw our vegetables in. I'm using my phone to smack the back of that. And then let's do some garlic. How much garlic? Just lots. Just lots of garlic. Just maybe this whole jar. See, this recipe does not call for ginger, but I put ginger in everything because I think it tastes delicious and really spices up or freshens up. It gives you a nice citrusy taste. And then we're going to add the shrimp. And we're going to saute these down until they're just opaque, just pink enough, not overcooked, just so there's a little color to them. We'll add all our dries, salt, oregano, black pepper. Oh, God! too bad this thing doesn't have smell-o-vision, because it smells so good, girl. So that's about the perfect color you want your shrimp. You don't want it any darker than that, and you want to take it off the fire as soon as it gets about that color, because it will keep on cooking. Now it's time to start combining some stuff. So if you don't have ginger to give it sort of a citrusy, you can always just use lemon juice and squeeze a little bit in there just to wake it up a little bit. Yes. Alright, I already got my rice cooked, so I'm going to scoop some of that and put it right in here into some of that goodness that came out of those tomatoes. We're going to throw this in there, throw some of this in there. Ooh, feta cheese, yes. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be fucking delicious. Alright, when adding rice, you want to make sure that you're just adding enough to soak up that tomato juice. You don't want it to be too runny, but you also don't want it to be too thick either, so that seems perfect, darling. And then a piece of resistance. Dump all that goodness in there. Yes, stop, you're killing me right now. And then let's get some of your feta cheese crumble. Pour it right up in there, and mix it up really good. Now it's time to start stuffing. Before I start stuffing, I like to put a little more of that feta cheese right there on the bottom of each of my tomatoes. That way you get a nice cheesy bite there at the end. And other than that, you stuff those, you put the tops back on, and we'll throw them in the crock pot. And really get it stuffed in there, you know, really get it packed in there tight. You know, you want a nice, solid, tight pack. Alright, so there you go. Next, we have to put their little hats back on their little heads. Yeah. Make them fancy. Y'all don't look so fancy. Yeah. Voila! Since everything in the tomato is pretty much cooked already, we're just kind of steaming them to warm everything through. I'm going to use this crock pot. Why are you using the crock pot, Dan, instead of your oven, huh? Huh? How about you mind your own business, huh? How about that? How about those things? Anyways, so you just get your crock pot, you just fill it about an inch of water on the bottom. Then we're going to turn it on high real quick, because you want that water to be warm before you actually put your tomatoes in there. Just saying, so just let that warm up just a bit. Alright, so just rest those puppies in there. Get them covered. I want to eat in about an hour, so I'm going to turn mine down to low. If you want to eat sooner, you would turn it up to high, just because, well, I mean, you understand that. God. I don't have to explain every single detail to you, do I? So you're going to have a lot of this stuff left over. Maybe not a lot, but save it, because tomorrow this is going to make an amazing omelet. Yes. I hope everybody had a great time and learned a new recipe that you can really impress your fancy friends with, if you have any friends. It's like, come on over and eat some of my fancy food. And they'll be like, oh my god, you're a gourmet chef! You'll be like, I am. You're right. Morning. Over and out.